Hey dudes, finally, after a few days of delays, we have finished the second update of the Attack on Humans mod. So, without further ado, what's included? First of all, everything that was in the last video. If you haven't seen it yet, it's in the upper right corner. But just to recap, we now have Beast Titan, Female Titan, and of course Colossal Titan. I talked about them in detail in the last video. And so, let's start with the coolest part, which is growing the limbs. And I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. You probably know that at the end of April this year I made Regrowth mod, but if you have played with it you probably know that it has a lot of disadvantages. First of all, saves don't work with it. Secondly, his script is just terrible. It was written at short notice and has a lot of flaws. In the third mod, characters with it does not work properly. Components are not saved, and if for example the character when activating the hand something happens, then after growing they do not know how to do it. I've spent all week developing a new limb growing library for our mods. I recently published a video of a demonstration on my new personal channel, where I will publish short showcases like this. There will be a link in the upper right corner. Let's continue. Her flexibility will allow us to create characters with limb regeneration much faster and better. I also plan to update the Regrowth mod a bit later with the new system, or post a second part. To demonstrate the capabilities of this library, I have developed the Deadpool mod. In the mod we have Deadpool himself, a scabbard for his katanas, and a katana. Deadpool's peculiarity, as you know, is that he is problematic to destroy, even if you make a puddle out of him. To bind the scabbard for katana, just touch his upper body. There are already 2 katanas in the scabbard when you spawn. Getting them is quite easy. Take Deadpool's hand and bring it to the scabbard and press H. It's a bit of a non-standard button, but the hands already have an activation button. And let's get the katana. I'll post it on our Patreon later, but if we get 3,000 likes, I'll post it on Steam Workshop. Let's move on. So what was all that explanation for? You guessed it, Titan shifters now have regeneration. They can regenerate while alive. If you kill them, regeneration stops. So far this is just in general testing. I disabled regeneration on Titans because of their mass, so when I improve the Regrowth module system I will add it to Titans as well. We have a new Titan, you've probably already realized, and it's Cart Titan. It's about 4 meters in size. At the beginning of the video you saw the ODM Gear. And yes, it's in the new update too. Beef Patty Maggots supported us with some amount of money, especially for us to develop ODM Gear and release it in the new update. You can thank this human in the comments. And so, how do you control this death machine? Equipping it is pretty easy. You bring it to the bottom of the human and it will stand on its own. Now about the blades. To get them, take human's hand and bring it to the ODM Gear, then press H. Just like with Deadpool, which I told you about earlier. There are a total of 2 blades in the ODM Gear. If you lose a blade you can create a new one from the catalog and put it back in the ODM Gear. You probably noticed the hook launcher. You can activate it simply by pressing the F button, the standard activation button in People Playground. The hook launch radius is limited, so if there is no target it won't launch. The ODM Gear also has a steam system. Let's go over this again with an example. Here we have Titan. We launch the hook, we take the blade, and we get the steam. It is very important not to break anything when landing. After all, it needs training, just like in the anime. With the attack for today is over, but do not hurry to run away. We have a few more mods that you can download right now. These mods are commissioned by humans, just like Attack on Humans. Therefore, they may deserve your attention. And so, this mod is based on the Murder Drone series. It's not big, but it's pretty nice. It was ordered by Themeltodone. There are 4 characters and 1 weapon in the mod. It's a very powerful railgun. It destroys everything in its path. But it is worth noting that it needs to be charged before the next shot. In the context menu, it is also possible to switch emotions to these entities. You can also activate this syringe to detach it. Insert it into the entity to destroy it. The second and quite funny mod is Invisible Ring. This mod was ordered by Admiral Potato Cat. By the name, I think it is clear how it works. You put on a ring and become invisible. Quite simple, but at the same time funny. The next mod will be useful to builders. It was ordered by a guy under the nickname Thunderhold. This mod allows you to fasten objects with cables with the help of activation. And the last mod for real fans of the context menu, now you can change the scrolling speed of the context menu. The default speed is 16, but you can increase it a lot. Do not make the speed too high, otherwise you will not be able to use the context menu comfortably. This mod was ordered by Cars_Ascended. Links to all these mods will be in the description. You can also order your own mod from us in Discord. That's all. It's been a hard week, so I'll go to sleep.